I'm Sean, and today I will be doing my presentation on the D1GP. Many of you may not know what the D1GP is. You may have heard of it, or you may have not, but I'm going to tell you a bit what it's about and what is involved in setting up your car and what problems can go wrong. Drifting has grown from an underground phenomenon in Japan to a professional competition sport that is gaining popularity in the United States, Japan, and New Zealand, UK, and Malaysia. 16 professional drift teams who compete in the Japanese series will participate in the D1 Grand Prix full competition format. The first internationally recognized event of its kind, drifting. Drifting is a car control sport that has drivers dancing their cars on the edge without losing control. This translates to an exciting brand of motorsports where driver skill is as important as their properly set up competition car. The competitors are judged on how well they can drift at high speeds, at large angles, how much smoke is produced, and how clean a corner is entered and exited. The drivers display an enormous amount of skill, and as a result, some have been recruited to drive in other Japanese motorsports and championships, such as the Japanese GT Championship and the Japanese Touring Car Championship. Many believe that competitors in the D1GP are the benchmark for drifting and car control across the world. D1 drift licenses are given out each year. All D1 licenses are issued for 12 months. After 12 months, drivers who did not place in the best 16 in any D1 Grand Prix Point Series round must go through the driver search again. Drivers who did not place in the top 16 will be reissued another license for the next year. The D1 Underground is a grassroots movement of drifting events and drivers. The way it works is simple. By signing up, the event promoter lists their events on the D1 Underground website. This helps to gain exposure, and that exposure translates into increased attendance, potential sponsors, exhibitors, and an increase in driver registrations as D1 Underground drivers will seek D1 Underground events out. The reason why that is that D1 Underground drivers are incentivized to do so because any D1 Underground driver who competes in a D1 Underground event and places first to fourth will have their profiles featured in the featured drivers section of the D1 Underground website and automatically are invited to compete in any D1 USA Pro qualifying round, skipping pre-qualifying drivers search. This could be the difference in earning a D1GP USA Pro license and turning D1GP USA Pro. In addition to these benefits as described above, D1 Underground event promoters and drivers will receive special offers from D1GP USA sponsors, special trackside viewing locations at D1GP USA events, and other benefits throughout the year. Many problems can go wrong with your team, car, and even the event itself can go wrong. Many things such as car crashes and having a flooded track, but the worst two things that you don't want to go wrong are you end up ruining your car and are unable to repair it, or you haven't backed yourself up with a team, or you have no parts to continue the race day or event. Car setups are the most difficult to get right because of driving style and the car's power, etc. A basic beginner setup consists mainly of making sure your car is in good running condition. Get a racing harness if you wish to be more planted in your seat. A bucket or racing seat, a new set of coilovers or set of springs and skirt bars to make your suspension tighter, strip every bit of soundproofing and extra weight in the car to make it light as possible. Next would be to get an LSD, which is pretty expensive. This is a very basic setup for a drift car. Many can vary from new entirely rebuilt engines to the car becoming totally different in shape and aerodynamics of the car. Every driver should know that there are risks involved with competition. At one point or another, there are possibilities of an accident, but this is part of competition. If something does go wrong with your car, you should have better thought ahead and got some sponsors to supply you with parts or bring spare parts on with you. Many competitors have spare cars or two cars to drive in case the worst comes to worst situation, such as a crash. So, the better prepared, the better fun on race day.
Gonna bring out the gorilla in me. Yo, hear the pistons pump, hear the engine roar. That's my heart and soul, trying to bend the law. It's a beautiful night, to fly like a phoenix, bang the beat and get high like I'm Jesus.
I had a choice before I got lost on the canvas, conform to the norm or go off on a tangent to a field of dreams. We built it with no bucks, so I aimed for the stars and tilted my scope up. Suddenly at gigs we were packing the floor, having a roar. It took 2 LPs to get a crack in the door. Here's Johnny. But I'm happy, of course. I talk total true thoughts when I'm tackling tours. Matter of fact, I just rap, not a cat with a Porsche. I'm in a tug of war, words rolling backwards and forwards, and I can't get enough of this feeling. Blaze the bonfire up on this beach.
Welcome to Woodstock 200.